Hi everybody, it's Diane here from Connect. Welcome to Connect's Quick Tips, Little Ideas with Big Impact, designed to help your group be more effective, engaging and inclusive. So today I want to speak about rights respecting schools. So this short video is for parent councils or parent groups across Scotland who want to support their school in becoming a rights respecting school, or to understand better what that means or what that's all about. So UNICEF is the United Nations Children's Fund. It works globally across the world with lots of different countries to protect and promote the rights of every child. And that includes here in Scotland. So these rights come from the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, which is often shortened to the UNCRC. And the UNCRC, it's an international agreement that sets out all the rights that children have, and there are 54 rights in total, and these include things like the right to be safe, the right to be healthy, the right to be educated, and the right to have their voices heard, amongst many other things. And in Scotland, children's rights are protected in law. So the Rights Respecting School Award is a framework from UNICEF that helps schools put children's rights at the heart of everything they do, from policies, to what they do in the classroom, from what happens in the playground, and what happens in everyday sort of activities like assemblies. And schools work towards bronze, silver and gold levels as they learn about children's rights and then begin to put children's rights into practice and the policies and impacting on that every single day running of the school and the wider community. So although schools can gain awards from UNICEF, the focus of becoming a rights respecting school is about that long-term change. It's about that embedding children's rights into the culture and the practice. It's about that demonstration of how a school values and respects and listens to children. Therefore, so even if your school cannot get involved in the UNICEF Rights Respecting Schools Award, there is still an opportunity for parents, children and the school staff to come together to consider how they can make their school more children's rights focused and still do all those things about embedding children's rights into the heart of policy and practice. A rights respecting school, it isn't just about where rights are talked about and it is just working towards an award. It's about that kind of living every single day the values of the UNCRC so that children themselves know and understand their rights. But more than that the children feel included, they feel safe, they feel respected, and they feel valued. They feel as though they're an integral part of school life and they're involved in the decisions and involved in discussions and planning and, as I say, decisions about matters that impact on them. So raising awareness and understanding of UNCRC for children, parents and anyone working with children is a really good starting point. So for parent groups, especially parent councils, helping the wider parent and family community to understand the UNCRC and children's rights is really important. And it's really important because the UNCRC is a framework that everyone, especially adults and children, should understand, because it's a framework that can be used. It's a framework that can be used every day. It can help to ensure that children's rights are the focus of what happens in their everyday lives, and it kind of centres that care, support, protection for children to be happy, safe and healthy. It's also important to get that understanding of children's rights so that there is an understanding that children's legal rights are separate from their learning and development and therefore their behaviour. So children do not need to earn their rights. They don't have to behave in a certain way to get their rights, and that's really, really important to understand. The UNCRC, mouthful, says that children's rights are unconditional. So that means they do not require to earn their rights. They have them from birth. until they are age 18. So they don't have to negotiate their rights. They don't have to do anything to earn their rights. And children are humans. They're learning, they're developing, they make mistakes, and so do adults. We all do. We're all human beings, but none of us are perfect. And that's why it is really, really important that, especially for children, that they have these rights so they are protected and supported, and they are in environments that are children's rights focused, where they are both supported and protected and respected. So in schools, it's the adults, the teachers, the school leadership team, and all the staff working there, including the local authority and parents, who are duty bearers. And duty bearers basically are the people who have the responsibility to uphold and protect children's rights, so not the children themselves. And when you think about it, children cannot be responsible for their own rights. For example, babies, toddlers, and even young children and teenagers, they cannot have that responsibility for their own rights. It's the adults who are responsible for that care, protection, and support of children. Also, it's important that parents know that they have rights within the UNCRC too, and that's because there is a international recognition that in the vast majority of situations, parents are the best people. Parents, carers, families, they are the best people to raise, love, protect, and nurture their children. So that's why the UNCRC recognises that parents are important people in the lives of the children. They normally know them very well. And so that people who work with children, for example, in schools or in health services or social care services, they need to work with parents and children. They need to listen to the parents and also provide support to parents in their parenting role, so that they can do that good job of raising their children, providing that love, care, and protection. Okay, so what can parent councils do? Okay, so number one, find out what's happening in your school and your local authority about children's rights, about what are children learning about their rights. Is your school a rights respecting school? Number two, check out your school and your local authority policies. Have a discussion, put children's rights and UNCRC on your parent council agenda. Take the opportunity, working with the school and wider community, to have those discussions and those reflections about current policies or new policies that are coming in, and looking at how they can be children's rights focused, with children's rights embedded into the heart of these policies and practice, with a particular focus on inclusion, diversity, and equality. As a parent council, number three, what you could do is think about how you can help the parents and families and people within your community to learn and further understand how they can support children's rights at home and within their communities. So what types of information and support could you provide to parents and within the community? What sort of work could you do collectively with the school and the community around children's rights? Encouraging staff, parents, and children to work together is really, really important too. So is there a pupil council? Is there a parent council? Who is there in the community? Can there be a working group, a committee that is purely focused on children's rights? Because it's by working together that cultural change and that real depth of understanding is really going to happen, with everyone from the community coming together, listening, asking questions, challenging one another to really reflect and think about where children's rights are within the focus of policies or practices within the school and wider community. Okay, so in summary, being a rights respecting school, it's more than just getting that award. It is about shifting the culture to one where children's dignity, voice, and their rights are at the heart of everything that's happening within the community. And together we can make sure every child learns in Scotland, grows and thrives with their rights respected, protected and fulfilled. So thanks so much for watching, and remember to check out the Connect website for plenty of helpful resources. Thanks so much for watching.